welcome back. It's Lisa from Critters'n Ink Designs in Ontario, Canada. Today I'm going to be doing the new kit I was so excited to do. It just came in a few minutes ago and it's called the Garden of Thanks. And it's one of the two kits that came in for July. Each month Stampin' Up! Has two new kits and this is one of them. Firstly though, I just want a quick reminder that it is bonus days. So for the whole month of July, you can shop and earn $6 coupons for every $60 that you spend. And then you get to redeem these coupons in August. So there's no limit to how many you can earn, and there's no limit to how many, obviously, you can redeem. So just to keep that in mind. And I think that's everything. I don't know. If you're not already a subscriber, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I'd really love to have you follow me. And if you would like to hop on and receive my blogs and emails, you can do so at crittersandink.com. On my blog, there will be a little pop-up and you can fill that out and receive my newsletters and my blog posts. There's not a lot of them, because it's not one of my strengths. But if you would like to hear from me from time to time, sign up. All right, let's pop down to my desktop here. I'm going to open up my kit. As I said, I just got it. I'll grab my Take Your Pick tool here and just open this baby up. Let's open it. So the little ink spot is Misty Moonlight. Now, if you haven't gotten any of our kits, these are all self-contained. They're very lovely, and you get a stamp set and an ink spot in most of them. Some of them have pre-printed sentiments that you can just pop out, much like ephemera packs, and pop them onto your cards. But most of them have an ink spot and stamps, and also a stamp block, which is in here. Just grab some snips here and we'll get this opened. Okay, so let's see, what do we have? We have some Misty Moonlight Baker's Twine. Oh, the sun just came out. Some gold faceted little sequin things. Glue dots. Some dimensionals. And a block. Now I have quite a collection of these little blocks. You get a block every time you purchase a kit, and there is a set of stamps with it. And the stamps on this one, let's see if I put it against my silicone mat here. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better. So there's like a little, I guess that could either be a tree or a floral, I'm not sure. And it says, "You're the best. Thank you. I appreciate you so much." So very, very cute. So that's our stamp set and our block. Oh, look at the envelopes with that gold. I don't even know what you would call that, but that detail on there, isn't that pretty? So there are 9 cards and 3 different designs of 3 cards. So you like 3 of 3. So you're going to get 9 cards. All of the envelopes seem to be the same. So here's one card base. It's the basic white with the gold overall detail. Now, obviously, I'm going to cut these up because why wouldn't I? And then we have some pop-out florals. There are 3 sheets of these. These are beautiful. I'm not usually one for the pop-outs. I don't typically love them, but these are absolutely stunning. And then there's like a bookmark, kind of a banner there. And then these cards, again, you know, it says it's 3 card bases, but you could easily get 6 cards just right out of this or more, just chopping them up. And then some banners. And some pop-outs. Now there's 4 languages on here. Is there 3 or is there 4? There's English, French, oh, and German. So I guess just 3. English, French, and German. Quite often they'll have Dutch in their kits. And then here's the same as the white with the gold, but it's blue on blue. So Misty Moonlight on, almost looks like boho blue. Let's see what the coordinating colors are. Berry Burst, yep, boho blue, bubble bath, lemon lime twist, misty moonlight, old olive, and petunia pop. So this is the misty moonlight on the boho. That's really, really pretty. And then we have these pop-off leafy business here. Those are very cute. They're delicate. You're going to have to be really careful taking those guys out of there. And our little foldy-uppy stamp thing. Now, obviously, I don't need the French or the German. And then here are the instructions. Mine got a little bent. That's all right. So here are the directions. Very, very nice. Very simple. All right. Okay, well, let's see. What do we need for our first card? I'm going to grab my big Misty Moonlight, just because, as you know, I like to keep these. So let me grab my big Misty Moonlight here. Where are you? Okay, so for the first card, we need one of these card bases and one of these. And thank you. Okay, super simple. No stamping on the first card at all. So let's put this together. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. Once I make this card, I'm going to chop off the back and make this into a 4x5 1/4 card and layer it onto something coordinating because I can't stand to waste this piece. But this is the way the kit goes in the book, okay? So it goes like this, and then this just sits on here like this with some of the sequins. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, it's killing me to leave it like this, but I will. So I'm actually not going to use my glue dots. I save these for when I travel, so I'm going to use my liquid glue. And I'm just going to glue this. Let me just clean my tip here. Onto here. Now, in the instructions, they have this banner right to the edge, but because I'm going to trim it and make a different card out of it, I'm not going to put it right at the edge. I'm going to give myself about, oh, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch maybe from the end, because I'm going to cut it later, just to be honest with you. But this is the way they have it in their instructions. And then they've put some of these mini dimensionals, which you can buy in our store, in our online store. You can buy packages of mini dimensionals. And I'm just going to pop these guys on here. I really like the details in this card. Very cute. And where are my snips? I'm just going to cut one of these in half. Yeah, so I had Isla here last week, my little 4-year-old granddaughter, because her mom had to to work, and she's in kindergarten, and there weren't any camps available for last week. So I went and got her and brought her home with me. We had so much fun. But boy, you forget um, how busy these little people are. She never stopped moving. Now, fortunately, we have brand new neighbors next door. They just moved in a few weeks ago, and they have a 6-year-old. And so she came over and spent an afternoon outside with Isla. And we had an old wading pool that we'd had years ago when Isla was born. We had it up at our cottage because she was too little to go in the river. And so we dug that out, and Glenn blew it up and put some water in it. And they sat in that thing all afternoon. They went running from one end of the yard to the other, and they just had a blast. That is so cute. Look at that. So let me grab some of the sequins. And I'm going to put a big one over here, I guess. I'll pop another one over there. Here, I guess. There. So there's card number 1. Super, super, super easy. So easy. And on to card number 2. These cards are almost too easy. There's no challenge. All right, so for the second one, we need one of the blue card bases and one of the floral pop-outs. These florals are really pretty. And for the stamping, we need this floral. What do I do with my block? There we go. And our ink. Now, whenever you get a new set of stamps, you really need to give them a good clean. And I just use my chamois, and I'm just going to give it a good wipe because I'm pretty sure that there is some residue from the manufacturing process. Now, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but that's my thought. And I always find that once you give it a good clean and then stamp it off on some scraps, just on some scrap paper, that you will get a better stamp because you want to prime your stamp just a little bit. So let me load it up with the Misty Moonlight. See? Beautiful. It's ready to go. So what they did was, this is our card base. Let me fold it. Good grief. There. And then just using my bone folder, I'm going to just burnish that edge a little bit. The score line. And then what they've done is they've taken this floral and they just have one up here in the corner and one down here in the corner going in the opposite direction. And, oh, I still need this. And I'm going to give that a quick clean. I need to throw my chamois in the wash. It's a little swiffy there. I've had it sitting wet in a container. And normally I let them dry out, and I haven't let this one dry out. It's getting a little, just kind of musty. So I'm going to throw it in the laundry, I think. Either in the laundry or maybe even in the dishwasher. I use those Swedish dishcloths, you know, the ones that are kind of spongy but not spongy. I don't know how to explain it, but they're called Swedish good grief, Swedish dishcloths. And I just put them, whenever I put a load of the dishes in the dishwasher, I just drape them over the cup holders, and I never have stinky dishcloths anymore. They just come out really, really nice. So I'm just going to prime this stamp and see if I get a nice, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Got a little bit of ink there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, so, oh, I forgot to get one of my little sentiment strips there. Okay, so let's see how straight I can get this. Not bad. Good enough. Okay, so I need dimensionals for my flowers. So let me flip this over. Sticking to me. These little ones are harder to manage, I think. For me, anyway. I don't know if I'm just dimensional challenged or what, but one in the middle. I'll put a couple on the sides here. There. Oops, that one popped right off. Come on. I was getting ready for bed the other night and I had dimensional covers in my bra. I'm like, how the hell did that happen? But, okay, so this is going to go kind of like this, right in the middle. You see that? Yeah. Super cute. And then put some dimensionals onto our sentiment strip. Now they have it right in the middle of the design. I'm not sure that an extra set of dimensionals is good for the postage, but actually I think I have to deliver an order tomorrow, so I think I'll pop this card in there with my customer's order. This is really, really cute. And that's how oh, I forgot the doodads. That's how simple these cards are, but you can really jazz them up, which is more, I'm going to pop that in the middle of the flower, which is more my thing, is to take the kits and dekit them and use all the beautifulness, all the crafty beautifulness. Where am I going to put this one? Right there. There, super cute. So that's card number 2. I like to deconstruct them and then do my own thing. All right, so card number 3. So that's using, where is, so that is using this card base and one of the pink leafy businesses. Now this looks like Petunia Pop to me. So I was thinking, and this looks like Old Olive. What did I say the colors were? What did I do with my list is under here somewhere. Oh, I can look on here. The green was Lemon Lime Twist and Old Olive. So Lemon Lime Twist and Old Olive. So what you could do, as I said, you need to be, these are very delicate. You need to be very, very careful taking them out of the kit. Well, I bent that one, but that's all right. So I think what I'm going to do with the pink one, the Petunia Pop, is I'm going to bring in a dauber. And I actually have a dauber right here. And my Petunia Pop ink. I'll just get that primed up a little bit. Now these daubers are available in our catalog. And I'm just priming mine up a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to add a little bit of dimension to these Petunia Pop little things, just to give them a little bit of extra color. Now, it doesn't say to do this in the directions, but if you can, why wouldn't you? Just that little bit makes such a difference. Very, very cute. And this, it looks like it's already been done on the old olive with the lemon lime twist. You could, you don't need to, but you could actually add a little bit more color to that as well. But I just felt that the Petunia Pop was a little flat. So that looks really, really cute. So let's get this out of the way. And where's my directions and see what they did with this particular card. So they... All right, so our card base is just basic. It's just folded, nothing too exciting. I'm just going to burnish it with my bone folder there. And I also need a circular sentiment tab there. So let's see what they've done. They took one of the other florals. There's a little pop out here. That is so pretty. And so what they've done is they've taken the greenery and just stuck it behind like this and like this. Super cute. And then just glued it onto the front. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to move this out of the way so I don't get ink on anything. And we need our Moonlight, Misty Moonlight. And which stamp are they using? They're using the Thank You. So, what did I do with my stamps? The thing with photopolymer stamps is that they're sticky and they stick to things. So if you put them down on top of something, there's a good chance you won't find them again. I did that one time. I had a stamp on my desk and I thought, where in the heck did I put that? And I searched high and low and couldn't find it. And as it turns out, it was stuck to the bottom of an ink pad. I searched for that darn thing, I'm telling you. There, I'm just going to give that a clean, and then I'm going to give it a little prime. I like the font on this. Nice and basic. Just get rid of some of this ink. Now that's the thing with using blocks that are a little bit bigger than your stamp. Ideally, it's better to use a stamp that, or a block that is more suited to the size of the stamp. Then you're less likely to want to rock it. Because when you rock it, watch what happens. If I put it down and let it rock, my whole side of my block gets inky, and for sure you're going to get that on your stamp. Ask me how I know. So let me just clean that up with my chamois. Now these chamois, you just rinse them in water and they clean up beautifully. And they're very portable. There, so I was able to stamp it that time without rocking it. Beautiful. So here's my circle. Now it's a circle, so it doesn't matter how straight I am because you can just rotate it, right? So there's that. Let's close this so we don't get ink on anything. All right, so let's have a look. So we have our greenery here, and for this I am going to use the glue dots, and I like to use my take your pick tool because I just find it works easier for me. So I'm putting a glue dot right on my greenery here. And I'm just going to peel the paper off, and then I'm going to stick it to the back of my floral like this. And I'm going to do the same thing to the petunia pop one. Pop off the backing. And that's going to go back here. So pretty. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on it, and this whole thing is going to sit on here. Now I've got my petunia pop is over too far. It's actually sticking out, so I'm going to shift it more this way. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let's grab some dimensionals here. So this take your pick tool is so versatile. If you've never used a take your pick tool, it is the best tool going. It has a hook. Now this is part of the add-on series. There's 2 sets of add-ons that you can buy, but the basic one is, where is it? So your basic one comes like this. So you have your putty tool on one end, and you can get replacements for this, but it comes with 2, and these just screw off like so if you needed to replace your putty. And this is great for picking up gems and little pieces that you're working with, little pieces of punch outs. And then it comes with this pick tool on one end, and if you unscrew it, there's a little lock on there. If you unscrew it and flip it around, you have a spatula for getting underneath things, so that's very handy. And it also comes with another piece that is this tool, and that is an embossing tool, and it has a large size and a small size that you use for embossing lines or fill it like the centers of flowers or anything like that. And it does the same thing, it just locks on. Then you have a purchase option that is this brush, and it comes with a thick foam pad, and this is amazing for taking out the if you have a detailed die and you're having trouble getting the little bits out of the die, you just turn it over, put it on that sponge, and run this over the little holes in the die, and all your little pieces will come out. It's absolutely amazing. And then there is a third set of tools that you can buy, and my other tools are in a drawer, which I will get and show another day, but this is part of it. It's got a sharper pick tool, and then it's almost like a weeding tool. If you do like vinyl or anything like that, this is a great little weeding tool. And there's also in there, let's see if I can find my catalog. I'll show you really quick because it is a great tool. Page 94. Oh, it doesn't show you the accessories, but there's like an X-Acto knife kind of thing that goes on the end. A scoring, it's like It's like a rotary blade, but it's sectioned, so it would give you like a scoring line almost, like a dotted line. It's a fabulous, fabulous tool. All right, so let's take off these little covers. Sorry, that's my daughter dinging me. I just told her we had a tornado warning, but it seems to be clearing up. There's blue sky out there now. Toronto got nailed. The streets are flooded. My girlfriend texted me her road is closed. She's one of the main highways to her home. Going home from work is closed as well from flooding. So it's kind of a mess in the city. There. So that is that. That goes there. Super cute. And then this is also going to go on dimensionals, and they pop it up right in the middle of the flowers there. All right, so there, I'm just gonna put, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this one off. And then just put these two, I'm gonna move this one over. And just have this with a little bit of glue and have it off to one side because it's too popped up. There, I'm gonna put this like this. And then they've used the blue twine and made a little bow. Let's see. All right. And that little bow is going to go right there. So let's grab a glue dot. And I'm going to just roll the glue dot using my take your pick tool and make like a little, just a little roll out of it so that it can sit behind my bow. And I'm going to pop that right there. And then we can take our gems. And so let me just show you how the putty part works here. This is dried out. It's been sitting for a while, so let me just crank it up. So you just take your putty tool and you just grab it. And then you can just place your sequins wherever you want. Where will I put this? Let's put it up here. There. Super, super, super cute. I love this. Okay, so let's see. We have some alternatives to make. So let's see. Our colors are Berry Burst, Boho Blue, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Petunia Pop, and Gold. So I'm going to make a card base out of the Basic White Thick. So if you're doing like a card base out of Basic White, using the thicker one obviously is better because it's thicker. You're going to have a little bit more stability in your card. So I've scored it on the 8.5 side at 4 1/4, and then I rotated it and cut it at 5.5 on the long side, and that gives me 2 card bases. And the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5. 3 3/4 by 5. And then, I wonder if I want to cut it this way or this way. 1.6. If we cut this at 1.5. Let's do this at 1.5. Is that going to work? 1.5. Let's do 1 3/8. I'm just trying something. If this doesn't work, it doesn't work. So 1 3/8 and 1 3/8 and 1 3/8. So that is going to go like this. And I'm going to grab some basic black, I think. Big enough. Let's see. See if I can use up some scrap. Yeah, these are good. So I'm going to cut these at, if this is 3 3/4, I'm going to cut this at 3 7/8. So 3 7/8. By, how big is that? 1 5/8, right? No, 1 3/8. No, that's not the right one. This is the right one. 1 3/8, I think. Yeah, 1 3/8. So then I want to cut these 1 1/2. Is that right? 1 1/2. Tell you in a minute. Is it going to work? Yes. So 1 1/2. So 1 3 and, oh, you know what? Let me do the math in a minute. And 1 1/2. And don't throw this away. You can use this for a sentiment later. So, I cut the card base to 3 3/4 by 5, and then I cut that piece into 3 pieces that were 1 3/8. So 3 3/4 by 1 3/8, and you got 3 of them. And then of course there's leftovers. And then my black I cut at 3 7/8 by 1 1/2. So that's going to go on the front of my card. Let's take our card base here. And then these are going to get layered onto here with these on top of here. Super cute. Now I actually probably could have cut them, well, a little bit bigger, I guess, but that's okay. So I'm going to try and line them up the way I cut them. I think this is the right order. Like that. Yep. All right, so let's glue these babies together. Glue. So I'm just going to pop this on here. And then this is going to go here. Talking to one of my teammates this morning, and she's already got her July paper pumpkin. So I'm hoping that mine is going to arrive in the next day or two. It sounds like it's going to be really pretty. There. So you could you could line them up so that they're a little bit off center, off set, like that if you wanted to. I'm a little bit too, I don't know if pedantic is the right word, but I kind of like my stuff lined up more like that. Isn't that pretty? Oh. So I'm kind of debating whether to put like a mask behind there, or if that would just be too much color. So if I did this and then put Well, you know what? Let's cut it out. 4 by 5 1/4. If I don't like it, I don't like it. So 5 1/4. I was gonna go pink, but I think there's already way too much pink on there. So I think the green might actually be pretty. This is Lemon Lime Twist. And then I'll go like that. Yeah, this goes like this. I don't know. Maybe Old Olive would have been better. Let's try the Old Olive. Let's try the Old Olive. 4 by 5 1/4. You know what? Actually, it's okay. I don't mind this. It isn't knocking me over, though. Wish I had somebody to bounce this off of. I could ask my husband. He's just right outside my door, but he's like, oh, everything you make looks so cute. I'm like, yeah, right. So, yeah, it's growing on me. I don't mind that at all. Okay, let's do this. So let's glue this to here. And then let's respace this. I'm going to put this one right in the middle so that I'm going to use the lines on my glass mat. My thing twisted here. I'm going to use the lines on my glass mat to figure out what the middle is. So I'm at 3 to 8.5, so 5. That's 5.5. So 2 3/4. So 1, 1, 2 3/4. That's the middle. So that one needs to go in the middle. And then we can space out the other two guys. So 1, 2 3/4 is there. And that's my middle. And then these two can sit centered here. That actually looks really pretty, doesn't it? I like it. I like it. All right. Now you want to make sure that they're all like level across the top, level across the bottom. And of course the right side up. There. Oh, that's super cute. So I think what I'm going to do is, what does this say? I appreciate you so much. Let's use this one. So I'm going to grab another block. I guess I could just use this one. And I'm going to so I'm going to grab my embossing kit. All right, so I have my basic white embossing powder, which is now back in stock, thank goodness. And holy moly, what a mess. So the first thing I want to do is take my embossing buddy and I'm going to powder up my basic black. And what that does is it eliminates any static and any fingerprints, because if you have fingerprints on your paper, it's gonna, your embossing powder is gonna go right to it. I know it's a nuisance, but that's life. So, all right, so I have that there. Oh, I need my Versamark ink. Now, one thing you don't want to do with a very fine little stamp like this one is smush it into your card, because it will stretch out your letters and you won't get a nice stamp. If you have a stamping tool, that is ideal, because you can very lightly press a couple of times with your ink and get a really nice little impression there. So I'm just going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it closer to the bottom because I want to trim it. Hopefully I'm straight. And then I'm going to take my white embossing powder and just all right, so I've got my heat tool. I'm just going to melt my embossing powder. So it turned out okay. I'm going to keep this one. I was worried I'd have to restamp it because I didn't feel like it had a lot of embossing powder on it, but it's fine. So the embossing powder comes in these little plastic jars, but I like this better, even though it's a little harder to transport. It's a bit bulky, but I like it because I get less powder everywhere. So now I'm just going to take my little wiping cloth here, and I'm going to wipe off the excess embossing buddy powder. There, so now I've got my, just my little black banner here. And where are my scissors? I don't know how things, oh, right here. I was gonna say, I don't know how things go missing. I just had the darn things. So I'm just gonna give that a trim, and hopefully I can stay pretty straight. Straight is not my strength, but we'll see. Nope, not even close. I tend to go up on the ends here. I don't know why. There, that's better. And I'm just gonna take a little bit off this side. And heck, you know what? If it's not perfect, I don't actually care. This is handmade. I'm not Hallmark. There, not bad. So I'm going to flag this one end. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut it just on an angle. There. Okay. And I'm going to pop this here. And what I might do is grab some of the Petunia Pop ribbon. It's one of the in colors. We'll see what that looks like. It may be too much, but you never know. There we go. So this is going to go maybe under here, like this. Kind of. Okay, so I've put tear tape on the back of this. And I'm going to put my ribbon like this. There. And then I'm going to put a couple of little dimensionals on there. All right, so let's see what that looks like. Okay. Super cute. And then we'll take some of these gold sequins and pop a couple of those on here. I was teaching my granddaughter to use the take your pick tool on the weekend, and she was very paranoid about the pointy end, and she kept saying, "Grandma, make sure the top is on." It's so funny. Very safety oriented for a 4-year-old. There we go. So that looks really cute. I like that. So that's alternative number 1. Then on the inside, if you wanted to, you could take your petunia pop and stamp one like this little floral in there on the inside. Super, super cute. Okay, so that's alternative number 1. Let's see. So let's take, I'm going to put my embossing stuff elsewhere so it doesn't land on the floor. And then I need my trimmer. And let's take one of these this time. So again, I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4 by 4. No, 3 3/4 by 5. But because it doesn't go edge to edge, I'm going to actually cut off 3 3/4. How big is this? 5 1/2. I'm going to cut off 1/4 inch off each side to make it 5. And then this design will be more centered. So 1/4 inch off each side like that. And then I should grab some Misty Moonlight when I was up. Let's put this over here with the rest of that. I am gonna no, I'm not. I will take a basic white card base again, basic white thick. And maybe put, can you tell Old Olive is one of my favorite colors? This on here and then this. Or should I go black again? Maybe I'll go black again. I just need to trim this a little bit more. This is 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to trim this piece down to 3 3/4, 3 5/8. 3 5/8. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see here's 3 3/4 is here, and then one little line over is 3 5/8. So I'm just going to make it 3 5/8. That slid a little bit. See if it's just went a little crooked. So 3 5/8. A little sliver in there. There. By this is now 5. So 4 7/8. So I'm going to cut this to 4 7/8. Let's see. Yep. So 4 7/8. And let's see. And that's going to go on here like this. I don't usually do, actually, look, you could do that on an angle. That's kind of cute. I have a friend who absolutely cannot put her cards on an angle like this. It drives her bananas. So we could use, what could we use? Kind of gets lost a little, doesn't it? We could do something like this with black baker's twine. So I've got the basic essential, the basics, not basics, Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and it's got these 5 colors in, which is great. It's got white, black, very vanilla, crumb cake, and basic gray. So let's try and see what it looks like with the black. No, you could use gold too. Let me grab the gold. So we have the gold trim. This is an online exclusive, this gold trim. This is like my 2nd or 3rd package of this stuff. I love it. See if I can cut the plastic without destroying my twine here. Good. There. Okay. This plastic does not want to, oh, here we go. Okay. So we could, I wonder what that would look like if we put this on here with something like that. And then this on here. It just gives it a little bit of something, doesn't it? Kind of like that. Okay, why don't we do that? So let's glue the black background onto this white. So again, this basic white was 3 and, what did I say? 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and the basic black was 3 3/4 by 5. I'm still not convinced I'm going to put that on an angle though. But let's try this. I'm just wondering if I should go all the way around and do a bow. So I think what I'm going to do is some turn tape. So put a piece here, put a piece here. Make sure we get it straight. We can use our glass mat lines to make sure that we're straight. And there. Beautiful. And then my silicone mat here so it doesn't stick to my glass plate. And then I could take this and make a bow. Or do I want to put a bow? Maybe I'll put a bow on here. just pop a bow onto here. I think so. That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. Okay, so let's pop this up on dimensionals. So this one isn't particularly creative, but you can still do alternatives and keep it, you know, somewhat easily done. You don't want to start doing all kinds of craziness where you find it overwhelming, because then that takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? So I got two stuck there, but that's all right. And then super pretty. And then we can pop this on here. I just had a thought. So this is going to go on here. And I was thinking we could use the Wanted to Say dies. See if I have one done already. And I have this already cut out. Now this isn't the Wanted to Say die. This was from the the April to June, April, May, June paper pumpkin die. And then I just cut like a shadow around it. Now I could do this. If I was doing a Get Well card, I definitely could put this on here. There's You're Too Kind. Oh, that's a good one. Could use that one. I think I like this. Okay. So you can see when I'm watching TV, sometimes I just get bored and I make a whole bunch of them. So let's put those back. And I'm not sure I'm going to use that bow after all. This one was from the January to March paper pumpkin die. And then the Thanks, this one was from April, May, June paper pumpkin die. And then their new one this is the new one. It says Hooray, and it's got a leaf and a little flower, and it's called Every Celebration die set, but you have to be a paper pumpkin subscriber in order to order these. But this is the one for July, August, September, I believe. So I'm excited to start using those. I just haven't got around to it yet. But this is from the Wanted to Know dies. So there's the You're Too Kind, Celebrate, Feel Better Soon, and a Happy Birthday one you've seen me use on several occasions. Here's the birthday. Oh, here it is in blue. Here's the happy. But I don't think I have a black border for that, or do I? I don't think I do. No, I haven't cut one out yet. So, but I certainly could use that happy birthday if I had the shadow cut out. But I mean, obviously not in these colors, but I like this one with, I wonder what it would look like with the black background and the white letters. Why don't we do that? Let me grab them. So I just need a scrap of basic black. All right, so I've got my little mini boss here. And so we're going to do the opposite to the black and white. We're going to have the black on the back and the white on the front. Let's see what that looks like. Holy moly, what a mess. So let's put this aside. And you are too kind. Yeah, it's this one, I think. Yeah, okay. So those are the ones that we need. So let's see, I'm going to cut the shadow out of the black this time. So I've got my black piece here. And I'm just going to pop this right on here like this. All right, so there's my background, and then let me find a little piece of white. So I have a piece of white here. For the letters. So let's pop that there. Hopefully I cut that big enough. Woo, by the skin of my teeth maybe. Yeah, that was close. All right, so let's run this through. All right, so where did I do with my little thing here? So that's going to go there. Okie doke. So glue, where's my glue? Okie doke. So let's glue this down. So I'm just going to put little dots because I don't want the glue obviously to show. I probably should have cut this out with the adhesive paper on the back, but I didn't think of it, but that's okay. So we'll just pop that on there. I kind of have a feeling I'm going to like this better than the other combo. There we go. Okay. My fingers are sticky. There. So where's my card? Let's see. Which one do we like better? Ooh, I think I like that better. That or that? That or that? I think this. Okay, so I'm going to put some dimensionals just on these two sides right here because I don't want it to be lopsided. So I'm going to put a dimensional here, a dimensional here. And a bit of glue. Where is that going to sit? Kind of here. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue just right here to anchor it. That's straight. It is. All right. So that's really pretty. And then we're going to put it on just the basic white card base like that. And I'm still thinking, should we put our bow on there? Like under here, like this. Yeah, okay, you know what, I like that. Or on here. Oh, you know what, let's put it on there. Okay, so I'm going to put a glue dot. And I'm just going to make a little kind of donut-y thing out of it and pop the glue dot there. And then I'm going to put my bow onto that glue dot like that. And then we can go ahead and glue this down. Like this. I decided against putting it on an angle. That didn't kind of float my boat. It's not straight. There. Super cute. And I'm going to grab some Wink of Stella because I can. I love my Wink of Stella. My granddaughter, Isla, thought that the Wink of Stella was the next best thing to food. She used so much Wink of Stella when she was here the other day. Oh my Lord. She just went crazy with it. She loves Wink of Stella. But she gets that from me. I actually can't live without it. So there you go. You can see she was using it with, whoops, with all kinds of things. There's green on there. It's not transferring though because I did clean it, but the tip is stained from the green ink. She thought she had just died and gone to heaven. There, so I've just put a little bit of Wink of Stella. I don't know if you can see how shimmery that is. I guess I should do the leaves too. Doesn't take much to get that shimmer going. It's so pretty. There. And I'm going to shimmer this. Now what I could have done was, you've seen me do the packing tape trick, and I could have done that. But honestly, I didn't think of it. And I didn't think I'd be using Wink of Stella, which, silly me, of course I was. But that's okay. So once again, this is the Wanted to Say dies that are, I don't know if they're in the catalog or if they're in the online exclusives, but you could definitely, I'm just going to squeeze a bit of this out. I'm not getting much glitter here. If you go just on into my online store at critters'nink.com, you will definitely see, just search for Wanted to Say and they'll come up. But they are the most versatile dies. I use them a lot. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love this whole thing. Oof. Lisa, you're amazing. Now, you know what? Honestly, I don't think it even needs any of those little glittery bits. I think that's just perfect the way it is. Okay, let's clean up this and we'll do another card. Okay, so I have a Misty Moonlight card base, and I'm going to cut the front. I'm going to cut off maybe 1.5 inches. So this is like 8.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to cut off. No, you know what? I'm gonna score this at 2 3/4. Or am I? How wide is that? 4 1/4. So no, I'm gonna score this at 2 1/8. Bear with me. Creative wheels are turning here. Okay, 2 1/8. I hope this is right. If it isn't, it's only paper. Okay, so yeah, okay, that'll do. So for the inside, I'm having a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. Let's see here. Let me take this, and I'm going to cut this at, what size is this again? 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. So I'm going to trim it to there. So 1 7/8. By 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch off each side so that the borders on each side of the design are the same. I don't know whether that's going to make a difference or not, but to me it will. There. So let's try this instead, because I wasn't loving the other. So that's going to go on there. This can go on here. And this can go here. Not sure. Maybe like that. Yeah, we'll just keep it simple because otherwise I might not like it. So we'll just put this in here. So this white piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Now we could put another piece of the of this in there. We could, why don't we? Use it up. So 5 1/4 by 1 7/8, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, so let's pop this on there. There, so that's going to be like this. And then this is going to sit like this. I feel like it's missing something. I don't know. You know what we could do is take one of this greenery. I have this, so why not use it? So we could give it a little clip. So if we have this like this, and we can have this sticking out of here, and this sticking out of here, and take a pink one and do the same thing, and have the pink one also kind of sticking out. That looks pretty. Yeah, why don't we do that? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put some tape runner along here. And place these guys kind of like this. Hopefully that's going to work. And then this can go comme ça, or like this. I think more like, oh, don't have any of the greenery on this one. That looks okay. All right. So what I need to do then is put just some glue on this side. There. Now I got a little bit of glue there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm just going to pounce on my glue so that it loses its stickiness, because I don't want it sticking to the card on the other side or when you push it open like this. So now all that stickiness is gone. But I like this better with the little greenery business underneath there. And then we can put this here. There. Yep. That's what we're doing. Okay. So let's go ahead and put some glue just here. And I'm just going to use liquid glue, I think. I was going to pop it up on dimensionals, but there's quite a bit of bulk in there. And I'm always concerned about, you know, mailing, because the mailing prices in Canada are horrendous. So I'm just going to pop this on here like this. And what is sticking under there? Here, let's get rid of whatever that was. There. Like this. And I think I'm going to try and actually trim this off. It's just sticking out and it was bugging me. So I'm just going to trim that away. Whoops. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So now I got those guys out of the way, and that can glue down. I like it. I like it. I like it. So let's find our sparkly business here. Got my take your pick tool. And we can go ahead and pop some of these sequins on here as well. We've got a cat hair. Lots of cat hair around here. It's free if anybody wants any. Put one there. And pop one there. Super cute. I like it. Like it, like it. There. So let's have a look at what we've done so far. I'm going to put my stamps back so I don't lose any of them. Got my flower. All right, let's clean up our mess here a smidgen. Okay. So I'm going to continue tomorrow to make more cards. It's getting close to me time to go up and make dinner, so I'm going to let it go for now. But these are the cards from the kit. So this was card number, is that card number 1? No, this was card number 1. So here's card number 1. And then this was card number 2 from the kit. And card number 3 from the kit. And then these are the 3 cards, the alternatives that we made today. So this one was using the boho blue card base. And then just adding a bit of black and white and using the Wanted to Say dies, super cute, and the gold trim. And then this one I think is my favorite. And I just did some old olive and 3 pieces of the card front and some white embossing. Isn't that cute? So I've really enjoyed doing this with you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you get inspired. And keep in mind that you have another 2 weeks, not quite 2 weeks, it's the 16th of July already, holy smokes. But you have about a week, well, just short of 2 weeks to take advantage of bonus days. So once again, you get a $6 coupon for every $60 that you spend in Canada at Stampin' Up! And you can earn as many as you like, and you can redeem as many as you earn. So there's no limit. So take advantage of that. It's a great deal. And so you get to redeem those coupons in August. So I'm going to let you go. It's time for me to go out and make dinner for my husband. So actually, he probably already has dinner halfway made if I know him. But thanks again so much. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.